Welcome to the Vitamin D with Dawn Day podcast.
Yes. Aries got us tongue-tied.
Tongue-tied? I got Anton Peeples in the building. Can we get a round of applause, Jeremiah? I'm grateful you're here.
Listen, I'm so grateful to be here. First of all, I love the name of the show, Vitamin D with Dawn. Like that. I think that is like...
Did I tell you the history behind that name?
No, you have not. Tell me. Please tell me the history.
Okay, so you know vitamin D, you get vitamin D from the sun.
Absolutely.
So I'm here to shed light into your life. And Dawn means the break of day. And it started out using the lyrics of popular music. So I would use the lyrics of music and intertwine it into a motivational message. And that's because music has always spoken to me in ways unimaginable. And I said, okay, I know my calling, my purpose is to inspire. And oftentimes people look at people that inspire them, like, you know, at least when I was first introduced, CEOs or like these reverends and preachers, it's like, oh, you can't relate to me. And it's like, well, why don't I get you something that you already rocking to? Let me get you some vitamin D with something that you rocking to, and then twist it and intertwine a motivational message. So I feel oftentimes, sometimes you got to go where people are and then bring them where they need to be.
Oh, I love. And
it's expanded. And I always say about shedding light. Because, you know, you think of vitamin D, you see Dawn, oh, so positive, so happy. I am. But just like in the dawn, there's a dusk.
Absolutely.
A yin and the yang. And when you talk about shedding light, it's on the good and the bad.
Come on.
Because I say if you want to be better and you want to do better, you have to be able to see better.
Every time I hear you speak, I just literally want to like close my eyes. I want to lay down and I want to just like manifest everything that you're giving out, because it feels like vitamin D. It feels like love, like joy. Like it just feels good. And when I first met you...
You remember when we first met?
Absolutely. So,
tell the people when we first met.
So I went to my homeboy's like opening for this label that he started. And he had it at his studio, really cool studio downtown. And I went by myself and I was like walking around, trying to like feel energy. And immediately I felt your energy, and it was just like radiant before you even spoke words to me. And then I don't know what we said, the words that we exchanged to each other, but we said something, and then when you spoke,
because you were over there getting your drink, you were getting a beverage, water, I don't know what it was.
Yeah. And
you were like, hey, you was like, hi, and you were like, I like your style. And
that's what it was. I peeped your style. The style was crazy. The style was super dope. And then, but I really wanted to say, like, your energy is so vibrant and it's so pure.
Thank you.
But I didn't, that's kind of hard to tell people that when you first meet them. You might, freak them out a little bit. But so then that happened. I don't even think we exchanged information.
It was just that.
It was just that, and that was it. She left a mark on me. So fast forward the next weekend, I'm working out in this like private kind of gym by my house, and I see her, the same person, working out. And I was like, okay, now we're going to connect, because this is divine intervention.
Yes.
And this happened for a reason. And then she saved her number in my phone as vitamin D.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
With the sun. And you were like, I like
with
that.
the sun emoji. I was like, okay, like she's special. I have to have her in my life.
And then since then, like, it really has been rocking. And I was actually sharing with Jeremiah and everybody with the podcast, like shortly before I met you guys, I feel like I had manifested. I said, I just want to meet like a different group of people, or just expand my group of people that have more things in common with. As I'm working on expanding my levels of vulnerability, making room for Dawn and seeing Dawn. And I'm like, right on time.
It always is. The universe always works just as it's supposed to.
You just be patient, right?
Just be patient. Do the work.
Hey, do the work.
Do the work. The work is important. But, be patient in that and enjoy the journey. You got to find joy in the journey.
My barber, Louis T. Powell, shout out to Lou. He says, Dawn, the journey is in the experience, and the experience is the journey.
It's so true. It's hard to live that sometimes, because we always want what we want when we want it. And then social media, we see other people have it already, so you compare yourself. But literally, if you just sit and be grateful and be thankful and sit in that,
come on,
that's how the universe opens it up even quicker.
Come on.
So you can manifest, you can grab whatever it is that you truly desire.
Gratitude is everything.
Gratitude is everything.
They say the more grateful we are, the more things we have to be grateful for.
Come on.
What are you grateful for?
Ooh, everything. I'm grateful to be in this space with you. I'm grateful to just talk to a like-minded soul like you. I'm grateful for my family.
Family, Erica was on here.
She was.
Shout out to Erica Peeples.
Shout out to Erica Peeples. Shout out to her.
Man, I'm so happy to have my peoples.
Hey, and we all from Detroit, which is kind of crazy too. In LA, like, you know what I'm saying? It's full circle.
Since you're talking about it, from Detroit, tell us who you are. Tell the people, who is this fine?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? Hey. I come all the way from Detroit, Michigan. No, I'm just a simple kid, you know what I mean? I grew up actually in the suburbs of Detroit, a little small town called Mount Clemens. Two incredibly gifted, beautiful, and enlightened parents. They raised me. Like, that is the reason why I am the man that I am, is because of those two people. And I'm thankful for them. And my sister, she's kind of like my third parent. I'm an artist. I'm a true artist. Like, I love anything that has to do with art. I DJ, I sing, I act, I produce, I write, I draw. Like, those things really just like fuel my fire.
You sing too, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. I do all of those things. Yeah, I love, you know, I feel like I remember back in the day when you had the real stars and they did everything. Like I really love like Dorothy Dandridge, for instance.
Come on.
And like like film noir stars. Like that's the really generation that I love to watch. And they did it all. And I think now it's coming back into that, this new renaissance. Mm-hmm. You know, shout out to Beyonce, but but we were but you know, all my folks, my tribe, we were talking about this new renaissance before she started speaking about it, which I love that she brought light to it.
Yeah, because like, we shedding light.
We shedding light. And you know, it's about artistry right now. And if you have art, you got to share it. Mm-hmm. It's all about that. And I believe fully in that. And letting your light shine.
But you got to be bold.
Hell yeah. You got to be.
Because people are coming to critique the art. And it's like when Erykah Badu was like, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. And I think like we all have this tendency to be great and to create this beautiful art, but you got to be bold.
You have to be bold.
To step into the light. And here's the thing. I think oftentimes we feel like we got to show up as something already prepared and packaged. Ooh. Not realizing that we're living. We haven't just lived, so it's not done. And in that ing process, there are going to be a few things that are imperfections, but what do they say?
Hell yeah.
What allows a diamond to shine are the multitudes of cuts that have been placed within it.
Ooh.
So if I say step into the light and, I'm not great here, I'm not great there, but I'm bold enough, I'm just reflection.
Come on.
And I'm just trying to be reflecting that greatness. I'm reflecting the damn light.
You've been, these some tweetable moments. You've been hitting them with the gems like since I
some
got
nuggets.
Here. Oh my God.
I mean, that's what happens when you get in the presence of Anton Peeples.
You know what? Gas me.
I'm just saying. So here we are. Like you said, Detroit or suburbs thereof.
Yeah.
You went to DSA?
I did. I went to
Detroit
DSA. School
of Fine and Performing Arts.
Yeah, same
you
school.
You were the Pharaohs?
Who?
Was it the Pharaohs? What's your mascot?
I don't even know if we had one. We didn't have any sports or anything.
Right, you wouldn't have sports.
It was all just performing arts. We had like a band, but that was it.
You knew you wanted to act way back then?
Oh, I knew I wanted to act when I was like the age of 4.
What were you doing?
I would always perform for my family. And to be honest, like I grew up with my sister knowing.
When you say sister, age. You have a few siblings, right? How many siblings do you have?
So I'm the last of 12. I have 6 sisters and 5 brothers.
So when you say sister, there's 11 other people you could be talking about. Let's get a little specific.
So Erykah Peeples, the actress.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So when she got into acting classes, my mom put her in acting classes, and then she put me in as well. And I just wanted to do anything that my sister was doing, my big sister.
Really?
Yeah, so I think that's when I kind of really honed in on my talent. I was like, I'm pretty good at this. Like, this is something that I like to do. So I knew at the age of like 4 or 5 that, you know, this is what I love to do. One of the parts of my talent that I love to do.
Well, I want to be honest. I truly admire the relationship that you and Erykah have. I have an older sister. She's 3 years older than me. We bump heads a lot.
What's her sign?
She's a Leo.
Y'all supposed to get along very well. Leo
I don't
and
know.
Aries
We bringing up the heat and I don't know. But I think it's like love in those things. You don't give up, you don't stop. But I when I see you guys and I see how you guys, you know, move with each other and rock with each other, lean with each other, I just want to thank you for being that example. And that's just something that's admirable and aspirational. So.
Well, I received that, and I appreciate you acknowledging that.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, it's like we don't always all get along because we are very strong personalities. But the love outweighs the bad times for sure. You know, like we get into it all the time because we just have disagreements. And she thinks that she's the leader. I think I'm the leader. So you got two leaders, especially like when we work together. Oh my gosh. Like we have a few different projects we're working on. And it gets hot when we disagree. But, you know, I love her with all of my heart. I love her to life. I hate to say it. I love her to death. Or you know,
right, let's
I love her
life
to life.
Into stuff.
I love her to life. People say like this is to die for. No, this is to live for. This is to live for.
What does it mean to live though?
To be free.
What does that mean to be free?
To not have any restraints on anything you do, and to completely open yourself to any possibility. To not stop your thoughts from going anywhere other than positivity, light, and love. And happiness. That's what living for me is. That's what living for me is. I mean,
I think it's partially for me, like what you're saying, what has on your tattoo on his arm.
Fear.
This is you. These damn tattoos, God, dog. No fear, and I guess the ultimate state of vulnerability. I think that's probably for me. That ultimate freedom is, I think half the time while we do things or don't do things or how we do things are based on what other people think or based on the judgment we've placed on ourselves, what we think that other people think about us.
That part.
I don't have time to be carrying all of that.
I mean, but who cares at the end of the day? Like, why do we care what other people think about us? Like, what is the point? They don't pay our bills.
They don't.
They really don't invest in us like that. And so, you know, why do we hold so much weight on what other people think?
Perhaps because for some reason, like we're all trying to fit in, but not realizing that we're all meant to stand out.
Fuck fitting in. Crazy? I don't want to fucking fit in. I want to be different. I want to be that other. I want to be an indigo child.
Yeah?
Yeah, hell yes. My whole life, I never fit in. I never fit in anywhere. Never fit in any schools I went to. I never fit in with the other kids. I never fit in.
And you were comfortable like that?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
And so you never felt alone? Come on.
Yeah, I felt alone. Sure.
So how did you manage? Like that's a lot to say, like, oh, I'm going to be different. I'm okay with being by myself.
I mean, I think you find other people that are different like you. And you also just know that there's something different about you, so it's special. You know? I think I always just knew it was something special about being different. There's nothing wrong with that. And then I would see other people on TV who were different, who were weirdos as well. And those are the people that I, you know, look up to.
That's why I love it. I think, like, when you think about people that, yes, you say weirdos, it's like they're thinking outside of the norm. They're thinking outside of their mind. And it's like, that's where the magic, that's where the creation process happens. So it's like, yeah, I do want it to be outside of my mind. I want to think exceedingly and beyond.
Yeah.
And if you got faith and belief in anything, and if God says exceedingly and beyond, far more than what you could ever imagine, and it's all working for your greater good, stop playing with me.
Stop playing. That's it.
That's it.
That's all you need to know.
It's like, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we're quick to forget that. For some reason.
Well, our minds move so quickly, so we forget everything. You know, we forget. For me personally, I forget the lessons that I just learned last week, and I'm like, oh, okay, I don't need to think so much. Get out of your head. Just be present. You know, I have to remind myself this all the time.
But isn't that so challenging as an artist?
It's very challenging. It's very challenging, especially as an Aries artist, because I'm already in my head a lot anyway.
Yo, you ever know, a lot of Aries, like, we have big heads.
Yes. And we think too damn much. Too damn much. We think too damn much.
But we're going to get it done, and we're leaders.
Yeah.
And we have an aura about us. Like, you know when we're walking through.
Oh, we're powerful beings. We're very powerful beings.
And I love the youthfulness and the joy that we have.
Yeah, because we love fun. We love newness. And like we like danger a little bit.
Yeah.
So that keeps the youthfulness. Because as a young adolescent or young people, they like to like explore and see what is this.
You know talking about adolescent, I can't believe I didn't run into you in Detroit because not only did you go to DSA, but you were part of Mosaic.
I was.
Do you remember the slogan for Mosaic?
Absolutely not. Absolutely. You remember it? Okay, cool. Hit us with it.
Mosaic is a multicultural arts organization whose mission is to develop young performing artists through theatrical and musical training and to provide high-quality performances for audiences of all ages.
Hey, you better do that thing.
Do that thing.
How long ago was it that you had to actually say that in Mosaic? How long ago were you in Mosaic?
Oh, so now you want to know how old I am? At least 20-something years.
And you remember that?
They drilled it.
Wow.
I mean, I probably recited it again when Erica was here, but yeah, it's implanted in my head.
Did she
remember
it?
No. No. I was just looking at this program, though. The last program I was in was called Reality. I think it was in 2003.
Reality
TV, something like that. And I played Monica. I think my character was Monica. Yeah, that was way back then. But anyway, I'm surprised I didn't run into you there.
Yeah. I was there in I graduated 2007. But I didn't graduate there. I graduated in New York. I was there 2005
New
and
York.
2006.
Oh, you went to high school in New York?
I finished high school in New York.
Wait, what?
I did my freshman and sophomore year in Detroit. And
then where did you go?
New York. Went to Performing Arts School in New York, PPAS.
What's that stand for?
Professional Performing Arts School.
How did you find out about that?
So I went to go visit my sister when she was in her third year at Juilliard for the summer. And I started to hang around her and her friends, and I got introduced to this music producer. He was like, yo, you can't go back to Detroit. Like, we got to work with you. So I hit my mom, my dad. My mom was like, well, you can stay if you get into a really good school. And so I auditioned for PPAS and got in the musical theater department. And I graduated from there.
What? And where did you go to college?
I did not go to college. Didn't go to college. I got accepted into Morehouse. And at the time, I was like, you know what? I kind of just want to stay in New York, and I want to live the dream, and I want to audition, and I want to just work and figure out things and see what happens and just live in this. So I didn't go.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to even continue anything else right there. Let's find out rather what happened post high school and Anton's decision not to go to college. So when we come back, we're going to talk about your role on your Fox hit show, The Mix. Also, we're going to talk about your cosmetic oil company, P44. Oh, and your latest acting roles that you got going on.
I love it.
All right, y'all. We'll be right back. It's Vitamin D for Dawn Dai. Hey.
Yes.
I want to encourage you to dream big. Like, you got to dream big. I woke up one day, I hit my J, and I was on a computer. And I don't know if I ever told you, but angel numbers stand out to me. And I was paying something on a credit card bill, and the amount that I owed was exactly 222. Immediately, I broke into tears. Not because I was sad or anything, not because I'm looking at my account. It was more so because I know that's God talking to me. I know that's the universe, the realm speaking to me. And then these thoughts of exceedingly and beyond. And I'm just looking around. I say, God, you wouldn't have given me this vision, this passion on my heart if it's not going to come to pass. God doesn't tease to take away. God isn't slow to keep his promise. It's just that us as a people, we have to understand our patience and understand the importance of timing, but also understand the importance of dreaming big. Now, I'm not sure if you believe in God or whatever it is that you believe in, but as far as me, believing in God and God promised exceedingly and beyond. So if I'm dreaming big about something, right, that sounds insane. Like I tell everybody, I'm going to be bigger than Oprah. Watch. To many, it sounds insane, right? It sounds mind-blowing, right? If I can fathom to imagine that, My God said, exceedingly and beyond, far more than what you could ever imagine. What are you dreaming for with your life? We don't have time to play small. We are all special offers here for a limited time. So if I can dream this big, right? And I think that it could be this amazing. God says exceedingly and beyond that, whereas incomprehensible. It also reminded me at that time to say, it's time to get out the way, Dawn. You know, this frustration, you know how we get irritated because we're like, oh, it's not happening now. When is it going to happen? When is it my turn? When is it somebody going to give me something? Well, you asked for a godly thing, right? You asked for exceedingly and beyond, right? Who do you think that you are to figure out how God is going to fulfill the promise on your life? When the promise was just simply to dream big. The promise was simply to trust. The promise was simply to state, peace, be still. Are you robbing yourself of your peace? Are you shortchanging yourself of your joy? I want you to dream big. Because God said exceedingly and beyond, far more than what you could ever imagine. It's yours for the asking. Catch it. Guys, welcome back. It's the Vitamin D with Dawn Dai podcast. I have the one and only Anton Peeples in here with me. In case you're just checking out, but I know you're not because you've been here. You know Anton, he's from Mount Clemens. He is an actor, a singer, a producer, and DJ. He is hailing from Detroit High School of Fine and Performing Arts, but you also went to PPA in New York. PPAS in New York. He starred in HBO's Insecure, BET's One Crazy Christmas, Voodoo's Mr. Mom, and CW's All-American Homecoming. And that's just to name a few. Let me also make mention to you that he is the executive producer and one of the hosts of Fox Soul's The Mix. It's a Gen Z millennial talk show airing Tuesday nights on Fox Soul. And lastly, he is the founder and curator of P44.
That's right.
By Anton Peeples. It's an affordable luxury brand that sells cosmetic oil blends for the body, scalp, hair, and blend. And he is in here right now with it on. And my God, he's smelling and looking so good. Ooh. You know, true story. That's one of the ways I had recognized you was your beard. Your beard game is official.
You know, people had told me that. But first of all, that intro that you just... We cannot just like skim over that. That intro was like crazy. I'm about to slice that up and use that. And listen, thank you.
Anything for you, baby.
Thank you, Vitamin D. I appreciate you. But thank you for that too, that compliment.
Yeah, that's why, you know, it's a true testament of what you got going on. But we're going to get to that and talk about P44. But first up, I want to talk to you about your thespian career. Hey. So you have starred in HBO's Insecure, BET's One Crazy Christmas, Voodoo's Mr. Mom, and CW's All-American Homecoming.
Yeah, man.
What have these roles taught you, my brother? All of them the same? Like, where are you pulling your inspiration from?
Well, first of all, God is good.
All the time.
And I'm truly thankful to be able to have graced the screen in any type of way. Because there's so many artists out here who haven't been able to be on TV or be in a movie and had any type of role. So I'm thankful for that, first and foremost. And what has it taught me? It taught me that I need to dream so much more bigger.
Come on.
You know, I'm very grateful. We talking about this like I'm in a season of gratitude right now. But when you get on the set and you see there's levels to this, there's levels to like what type of role you can have, how many days you work, what your trailer looks like, and like, you know, having your name outside on the lot, like it's levels to this. So now it makes me realize that the dream has been realized, but I got so much more work to do. And I'm just like a sponge.
I'm glad you talked about dreaming big because
absolutely.
I had talked about it on a recent episode. And I was saying how important it is to dream big because if you have faith And God said, far more than what you could ever imagine. How dare you not dream ginormous?
Come on.
How dare you not dream something that seems impossible? And then God said, okay, you put that down, I'm going to double down that. Tenfold that. What?
Yep. There's this thing, I think someone posted it recently. They said, I had, envisioned what I wanted my life to be, but God said,
hey,
but this,
hey,
but this. Because you have no idea what the universe, whatever you believe in, the higher being has in store for you. You may want something all day long, but what he has really in store for you is bigger than anything you can ever imagine. Ever imagine. That's what I live in. That's where my thoughts are.
So I look at it as a game.
Absolutely.
I'm going big. Like, it's like, okay, I'll be telling, I'm gonna be bigger than Oprah, because if I can fathom, imagine what that is,
right?
God, what you got for me?
Right? Can't you feel it? Like you can. I when I manifest, I realize that I am a master manifester.
Hey,
that like things that I really truly desire, I can truly make them happen and make them real. So when I want something, I feel it, I smell it, I can see it, I can close my eyes, and I know what I'm going to be wearing when I'm going to be in it, or when I attain it, like all of those things. Like,
wow.
I think that's so important to know what you want, and that's why it's also so important to make sure that your desires come from a real place.
Hey, what does that mean?
That means not wanting what somebody else got just because it looks good. It's asking your spirit what aligns with this, what aligns with me. Is this something that I truly desire, or if it's something that I just want because I see it and it looks good? And
it's important to be honest about what we say, about what we desire and we want.
Honesty is key.
Because I said, if you ever really want to find out what it is that you desire and want out of life, it's based on your choice. See, I think oftentimes we get that confused of saying, oh, I want this, I want to do that. Do you really? Dawn, all day you say you want to be fine. But then you up there eating them.
You didn't even know.
Do you really want it?
I knew you was about to go there.
I'm just saying, to be honest, and I'm saying definitely have grace. But again, we have to make sure that we see what we seek. And if it isn't aligning, we just need to retract.
Yeah.
And adjust the positioning of it. That's all.
I firmly believe in that.
But yes, I can wholeheartedly agree with you. I've had moments where it would just come down and rain, and for whatever reason, I'm just grateful. I haven't bursted in tears yet, but usually, like, I'll have a moment and it's so overwhelming. Like, I'm not sad, but I literally can feel it in my chest. And like you said, I can see it, I can feel it. And it's like that whole thing, like faith without works is dead. Well, act as if you are, and so it is.
Ooh.
If this is all a place of imagination where we can create, isn't that part of it? Facts. Being and doing, because we're living.
Facts.
So I love what you said about that.
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's powerful to know what really aligns with your spirit and to know if it's a desire or if it's a want.
But how do you know if it aligns with you?
I think it's a feeling you get. I don't know if necessarily you can describe what it is. How does it make you feel when you get something? Does it make you feel happy? Are you sad? Do you feel uncomfortable? I think
comfortability is important for me.
Comfortability is important for you?
Yes, I must feel comfortable.
I get that.
Recently, Blue Telusma, shout out to Blue. She said something recently, just in making decisions, not to make them in a sense of fog. It's an acronym for fear, obligation, or guilt. Because just like you wouldn't drive in fog without the proper equipment or making sure your visibility is there. Exactly, because you can't see.
Can't see.
So if you operate in fear.
You have no direction.
Hello.
You have no direction.
Hello.
You're just driving aimlessly.
So it has to feel good. I'm really trusting the feeling. Because they say you know the truth by the way that it feels.
Exactly.
People can say what they want all day.
But if you don't feel good in relationships, any type of relationships, love, family, like a pet, whatever, if it doesn't feel good, your job, you know this isn't right. It's just not aligned. It's not aligned with my spirit.
Do you ever find that when you're going after roles?
I'm sorry?
Do you ever find that comes your way when you're going after roles?
Absolutely.
About it not fulfilling your spirit?
Absolutely. I mean, I say no. I think there's so much more power in no than in anything. And, my agents, my reps probably get annoyed, but I'm like, no, if it doesn't work, if it doesn't feel right, I'm saying no to it. Not based off of what you want. Because at the end of the day, you don't live in my body. Only person that truly matters is me. And that's in anything in my life. That's if family wants me to do something, I say no so quick.
Really?
It can make your head spin. And I will be okay with that because I have to feel good. My spirit never lies to me.
Yeah.
I do too much work. I meditate too much. I do too much prayer. Like my spirit always tells me like, this ain't going to be something I got to do. I'm sorry. Can't do it this time.
No.
But I say it out of love.
Yeah.
But no, I don't.
I'm working better at doing it. I find myself is that now, before I saw a transition where I would prolong it and be like, okay, well, let me see and go through this limbo of a back and forth, knowing damn well I know off the bat what I should do or don't want to do.
We all do that.
But now I think, like how you said, my discernment has definitely heightened more up and the clarity is there because it's like it's that feeling. Because it's like, you know when you want something.
Absolutely. You know it. You know the moment when you meet somebody, that instant feeling of, ooh, they look off, or damn, they fine, or ooh, the energy just feels right. Instant. But we don't go with that.
It's the vulnerability is true.
Yes, we don't go with that. We'll be like, oh, my spirit is just telling me some things that, it doesn't mean. Let me just still investigate it.
Oh my gosh, you have me so uncomfortable and I love this so much.
Good.
We're going to continue that part. But real quick, since we're talking about your acting portfolio, right now you're on CW, All-American Homegood. And you are Coach Lo.
Yeah.
Tell us about your character. Tell us about the series.
Absolutely. So this is actually the spinoff of the original All-American on CW. It's like a huge hit. I think they're in like season 5 right now. And they just got renewed for another season.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm blessed to be a part of a spinoff because it already has a fan base. And it's about a historically black college, an HBCU, Princeton University. And I am one of the assistant baseball coaches. And I get into it a lot with the head coach, who is portrayed by 𝘋𝘢𝘪𝘯. And he's a beast, man. He's a beast of an actor. I learned so much from him working with him. Just so much about like how to show up, how to always be hungry, how to learn from your other actors on set. He's just a cool guy too. But we were blessed enough to get renewed for a second season. So that's beautiful. And we shall see if I come back, because I can't really reveal if for people who haven't seen, who are not caught up.
Cheesing hard.
Not caught up. But you know what I'm saying? It might be some things, You never know.
I mean, you heard it right. You know, vitamin D.
But it's a blessing. Like, it's so crazy because I used to like go to Warner Brothers lot all the time.
Come on.
And like manifest and say,
come on.
Dang, I just want to be here as an actor. I want to be working. And so like fast forward, I think like 3 years, I'm coming on the lot and working, and it was nothing but a blessing. And I don't take that for granted at all. Such a beautiful experience.
I've shared that recently. I guess in ways I didn't know I was manifesting, but like my few past jobs that I've had, like I was in the building there before I was actually working there, almost like God was giving me a glimpse of what was to come.
Don't you love when those things happen?
And I'm just grateful because sometimes we can get so distracted, and that's why I have to remind people just to walk in that gratitude, because I'm sure you're living a day that you once prayed for.
Let me tell you a real quick story. I went to Atlanta to test for this show, right, on Tyler Perry Studios. And there were a bunch of us that got flown out to test for a multitude of shows that he had going on. And I ran into one of my homegirls, and she was there too. And it was a long day, a long process. And afterwards, when we got on the bus to go back to our hotels, I was just like, this is a long process. I hope it works out, whatever. And her energy, she came to me. She said, no, this is a blessing. She said, do you know how amazing this is? The fact that we got flown to Atlanta. We're on Tyler Perry Studios. We're in Georgia. Like, he owns this lot. Like, he's a black man owning this studio. This is a blessing. She ends up booking the show.
Wow.
She's on Sisters. Her name is Ashley Brown. I think she goes by Novi Brown now. She's one of the leads.
Gosh.
Yes. She's one of the leads on the show. And I was like, it was her energy.
I've met her a couple of times. I ran into her through you guys. Yeah.
Super sweet. And I'll never forget that. And I was like, you know what? From that day on, I will never not have gratitude, no matter what's going on around me. And she was just so like, this is a blessing. It's like, whatever happens, like, we're blessed to even be a part of this journey right now. And she ended up booking the show. So she knew. She felt it. She felt it in her spirit. But gratitude is...
That's powerful.
Really powerful, right?
And it feels good. Like, expect great. And it's like, kind of like being in that moment of just saying, because I think oftentimes when we fill ourselves up with disappointment, it's because we expected something. And it's like you put so much expectation rather than receive what it is.
That part.
If I can just be right here in the now, I won't miss it. So whatever I thought was going to happen, I got the pre-clue because I'm right here.
Come on.
So I always like, well, can I get it in the now? It's unnerving, but it's the best place to be.
It's the best place to be.
It's the most valuable place to be.
Yeah, it's vulnerable too. I mean, that's vulnerability. That word.
We're going to get there. I'm going to tell you right now, if any moment you like, Dawn, we doing too much talking, I got to go, just say it. It's fine.
Who, me?
Yeah. Because I'm looking at the time like, yo, we got like 13 more minutes, and Jeremiah like, don't play with the clock, but I'm just saying.
Listen, I'm a talk show host. This is what I do. This is like, my show's on hiatus right now, so this is like joy to me.
Joy?
This is joy. I love it.
Speaking of which, because that's where I was about to go next.
Yeah.
Tell us about your show.
Oh, man.
What in the...
So this is like one of my babies. I'm so excited about my show. It's a millennial Gen Z talk show. And it's on Fox Soul, which is under the Fox umbrella. And I am the co-creator, executive producer, and one of the hosts of the show. It is me.
Called?
The Mix.
Thank you. I was waiting on this.
The Mix on Fox Soul. It's me alongside Romeo Miller, Zanique, who is Tip and Tiny's daughter. We also have Jamie DeBose, who is the president of the network's daughter, and Tammy Rome's daughter, Jazz Anderson. And it's multi-gender talk show. We talk about everything from celebrity gossip to
multi-gender?
Sex. Yeah. So men and women. Men and women on the show. Yeah. I know when you hear multi-gender, you're like, is it? Yeah, but men and women on the show. So, and it's been a lot of fun, man. It has been like truly one of the biggest blessings in my life.
So you created that? Tell me what happened. Like, what in the world? What?
So I kept like, I love talk shows. Like, that is my guilty pleasure. From the talk, the chew, the real, like all of those talk shows. Wendy Williams, like I watched all of them.
I was on 3 of those. I was supposed to be on Wendy.
Wow.
I didn't make it out to yours with the talk. No, I wasn't. I was on the chew and the real. Sorry.
That's what's up.
Slow down.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on. I didn't hear your resume because clearly you've been doing some things.
As you were saying.
So I kept saying like there's things that are missing in this market. We need a show that represents people that look like me, a younger demographic, and let's put men and women together and let's have a talk show. So I came with the idea. I brought it to my agent, Nick. Shout out to Nick Rosen.
Shout out to Nick.
Shout out to Nick. He's a beast. And he brought the idea to Tiny Harris. And she had some thoughts on how we could like bring other, beautiful ideas and to like vamp the show. And then he also brought it to our showrunner, Jill King. And so the 4 of us really came together and created this incredible dynamic show. And we are going into our 3rd season this fall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can we get a round of applause, Jeremiah? Listen, we're going to give you your flowers while you on Vitamin D with Dawn Dai.
Yeah, man. It wasn't easy, though. I'll tell you, it was a journey because I had never hosted before. And so
what?
I didn't even know.
How are these things happening? What the heck?
I had never hosted.
How was this? You
never hosted.
You're literally just calling out these things and they happen?
Yeah. I'm grateful and I do the work. But I'd never done it, and I always wanted to host. But every time I told my reps, this is like from when I was 16 to now, they always said, like, you can't be a host and be an actor. No one's going to take you serious. You won't be able to do it.
Wow.
And in my mind, I always knew that I'd be great at it. Like, I would watch, like, Terrence J, and I watch, what was the host from 106 in Park?
Gosh.
AJ and Free.
Right.
I watch AJ, and, like, now he's, I think, on E! News, and I would always say, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And so when they gave me Nick actually said, you would need to be one of the hosts. I was scared. And I said, no. I'm just creating this thing. I just want to executive produce it.
You just wanted to create it?
Yeah, because I was scared. I didn't, I was going to be, I was scared. So then he was like, no. So I had to go through the whole like testing and you know, to be honest, nobody wanted me on that show. Nobody. They wanted someone famous. They wanted just someone different. And so I had to fight literally as we're filming it. And I, you know, was going through the season. I still had to fight because
What was that like? Because I think sometimes people think going after your dreams will be easy.
No.
Understanding the work or the sweat equity, like building yourself, but then thinking about adversity such as that. Because somebody could have easily said, well, I ain't about to do this.
Yep. It was really tough, but I rise.
Why? Why did you keep fighting?
Oh, I kept fighting because I knew that I have a higher purpose, and I knew that this was for me, and I knew I could do it, you know? And I also knew I wanted to do it. I really wanted to be sitting alongside those co-hosts and living my dream and talking about different things and inviting different celebrities in and just like, you know, giving the heat. Like I wanted it. And I just couldn't stop. Like once I have my mind in something, there's no way you're not going to allow me to win. And so like throughout that time, it was a lot of adversity and the network didn't like me and I had to continue to fight. I was on TV and they were still like trying to get other hosts to take my spot. Everybody else was filled in but me. Yes. And so hearing that was very tough. It was extremely tough. And eventually I got in my groove. It took me like 4 or 5 months. And I found my voice. I found out who I was. I got in my groove. And I was rocking. Once I got out, I was like, oh, okay, this is what we doing? This is how I do it. And I just let go of the fear. I let go of the fear and I just was me. I was just open.
Oh.
This was open. When I stopped trying to be like someone else or what someone else wanted me to be and I just allowed myself to be free, that's when I think I really shined. And that's when I really secured my spot.
You know, it's so unnerving. It had so many emotions for me. Because I think oftentimes we're searching for things that's right there. Kind of like when you think about the alchemist, he's on this journey and it's like it's right there underneath your head. And I think oftentimes we're searching for who to be and it's like, yo, it's right there inside of us. And when you said I was searching or before it could have looked like I was searching or was not searching to be anyone else, you said, I just allowed myself to be in me. And I got in my groove. You said I was so free and I was open.
Yeah.
That damn openness.
That's key. That is key. That is where success lives. Success lives in freedom, vulnerability, and openness. And being able to take risks, you know, and I failed and I'm okay with that. In the beginning, I failed and failure is a great part of success.
Well, what does it look like to fail? What do you mean you failed?
I failed meaning like I wasn't good for a very long time. Like I was not living in my truth. I was not being the greatest person that I could be or the best host I could be. I was failing. Can I ask you a real question? Yeah.
So you you did not go to college. Yet you still have the opportunity to be on television shows and you have an agent.
Yeah.
You had no hosting experience.
None.
And here you are, you know, now you're executive producer and the creator of your show. Did you have a moment that you did not have anything? Or was your story different where you were able to provide for yourself or had means to?
Absolutely not. When I was in New York living with my sister, we struggled hard. There were years that I didn't have representation. There were years that I was
talking about financial struggling.
Yes, no money. I mean, you know, she and I had to have a job when we were living in New York, but there were times we couldn't pay the rent, for sure. There were times where it got really, really tough. She was in college, so she couldn't really work like that. And, you know, I was in high school, so I could get like a side little hustle. And at the time, my parents had just divorced and they were going through their thing and they were trying to get on their feet. So, yeah, absolutely. There were definitely moments of that.
I think sometimes, you know, we just look at how one track minded of what a route looks like. And I think it's so important for people to understand that you're going to go through adversities, whether you financially you're trying to build up your dream or you're going to have people trying to tell you what you cannot do.
Yep.
But it's something about that vision, something about that purpose. So here you are. You guys are on hiatus. So this is going into season 4 or y'all just completed season 3?
This is going into season 3. We will film season 3 in the fall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever need an extra reporter or just like a special news moment,
Absolutely.
Dawn Dai is here. I'm gonna give you what you need.
Absolutely. You know, the voice alone, the voice is so milky and buttery, and it just makes you want to like come back to just listen.
Yes, just make you want to spread on it.
In more ways than one, baby.
So, as you were on your process of doing Fox Soul, is there something that you realized that was needed to run a talk show that perhaps you didn't realize that you needed before?
Yeah. Well, for the mass, for people, or for myself?
Both.
Yeah, I think that, and it is both. I think that young people, especially young people of color, needed to see young Black people on TV, on the screen, doing their thing. I had never seen a show like that before we came along. And I think that it really helped a lot of people see themselves in us and be inspired in us.
Okay, well, seeing yourself and being inspired in yourself and others, is there a such thing as sharing too much?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. I believe
Well,
that.
what happens to vulnerability?
Vulnerability is key, but I think also holding a few things to yourself is also key as well. I don't think you want the world to know everything about you. And also the world doesn't deserve to know everything about you. I think the world deserves to know what it is you want them to know. And that's okay. I don't want to know everything about everybody. I don't get that. You don't get to know my deepest desires and, you know, what pains me the most. Why am I able to share that with everyone? You don't deserve that. Everyone deserves
I love
that.
how you say you don't deserve that, but I guess I would like to, or in my mind, I'm thinking walk in a realm of, if you ask me out, it doesn't matter. I want it to be a sense like, what's your name? I'm Dawn.
Yeah.
So regardless of what you think, it is what it is, and that is what it is.
But see, for me, some things matter. Like some things, having certain information that's sacred to me should be sacred. Like some things, not everything.
I agree. No, I see what you're saying.
Some things I think are sacred to me and my spirit and my heart that the world doesn't have to be privy to. Not everything, but there's some things.
So with that being said, you know why it's so important to have like your personal and your professional life. What's dating like? Dating, like, what's up?
Yeah, I'm in a relationship right now. And
That's too bad. Sorry, please try your call again later. Goodbye.
You know what's so interesting? So in the beginning, when I was on my show, like I definitely did not want to talk about. I didn't want to talk about a few things. I didn't want to talk about my sexuality. I didn't want to talk about like my relationship. And I learned that if an audience is going to come watch you, you have to be open and honest because they like truth and they can read through bullshit so easily. And people want honesty and they want realness. You know what I mean? So I had a hard time with it, but now I'm becoming more comfortable with that.
So how do you identify?
I hate labels. I don't like labels.
I feel like it'd be so corny with people like, I hate labels, but like for real, don't try to be putting me in no box.
Yeah, I hate boxes. And boxes, I've never ever been in a box. I like to say I like what I like when I like it. You know, it could be this, it could be that.
Is that somebody saying that, ooh, that's just because you don't want to commit?
No, I love to commit. Like, I love committing, for sure. But I also am a free spirit, and I like a lot of things.
Because it's like, okay, I don't know if you eat like beef and chicken, but let's just say, you may not want beef every day.
Every day.
Today, I said I want some chicken.
Come on.
Give me a piece of fish.
And then tomorrow, I might want some fish. And then the next day, I might want some yellowtail.
You know what? And today, I might want a combo.
Come on. I want it all. I want it all. And I think our generation, especially, like, we've made it okay for that to be okay.
Did we?
I think so.
I feel like it's so many people. Like, I just think about people. You know, I like the term, supposed to get him on. Didn't get him on yet, but shout out to David Johns. Amazing gentleman, amazing scholar. But how he identifies, he says same gender loving. And I was like, I can rock with that because it isn't, because he says, like, I guess if you identify as gay or bisexual or any other terms, it's more of a political,
it is,
you know, governance that pretty much, not Jeremiah, you need to jump in my ear if I say something off. 'Cause he
Oh, he gets with you?
Oh,
He'll let you know in a heartbeat what's
in
wrong?
2.5 seconds. I guess I don't want to say it benefits the white community. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but basically it doesn't advance for people of color.
It doesn't.
But I think even for myself, that's why I'm saying I have said I want to make a round where I can make room, because when you see me and I'm talking to you and when I tell you about something, Dawn said it and you know me.
Mm-hmm.
And I plan to be here for a long time. So, but I think also that has caused me or has charged me to sit back and make room for myself and to see myself. Because I don't think half the time people take time to see themselves, so therefore they don't even know what they're showing up as or to show people who they are as.
You hit it right there. People don't see themselves. They don't know who they are. So if you can't see yourself, how the hell are you going to explain what you
be
like
what
to
you cannot see. Shout out to Keith Clark. You cannot be what you cannot see.
I don't even know who this is, but I thank him.
Oh, it's a woman.
I thank her.
Right. She said, how can you be what you cannot see?
Yeah, I mean, it's true. It's very true.
So now you show up and you're open, and what does that mean when you said you're...
Well, I think that right now I'm in a relationship. I'm talking to a dude right now. But before him, I was actually married to a woman.
You were married?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, yeah. What?
Yeah,
how long were you married for?
I was married at the age of 24 for about a year and a half. Yeah. Yeah.
Was this a woman?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I had no business being married at 24. No business being married. But that's I'm an Aries, so I just go and I do. And if it's a passion, if it feels good in the moment, you know what I'm saying? I was in my 20s. That's what the 20s are about. You make mistakes and you do bad things and then you figure the shit out, See, I'm still making mistakes at 33. But, I still have very much a sexual attraction and a desire to women as well. And it's so interesting because a lot of people don't understand that for whatever reason for black men. For black men, I feel like they try to put us in a box and they don't allow us to just be free and to just figure things out. Because it is real that you can have. Because I think
it's oftentimes that they associate your sexuality with your masculinity, and I'm realizing
that's the issue.
There's two different things.
You can be the most masculine dude and be completely into the same gender, into the same sex. And you can be the most feminine guy and be in love with both men and women, or just be in love with women. Mm-hmm. It's so interesting to me how white men have it very different.
They got it kind of easy, huh?
They got it very easy. Very easy. A white man can be very feminine and still be straight, and there's not an issue in the world. But if it's a black dude, they be like, oh, that nigga gay. And
it's so what if he is?
Yeah.
That would be awesome to be, nourished in an environment such as that. Because it's you're not hurting anybody else. What's up?
Well, the thing that saddens me most is in the black community, black men, we have this very hyper masculinity, and it's so toxic. It's so toxic to the women they date. It's so toxic to the children they raise. It's just so toxic to us in general. It's we have to be super hard and super strong and not show emotion and not be connected emotionally. And I think that holds us back. And until we all get rid of this hyper masculinity and we allow ourselves to just be free. Just be free, we'll be so much better off.
I mean, because you realize even down to certain plants, when you talk about sexuality or the organs that we have, we contain both. You can look at the ovaries and see how it can transform into the phallus symbol or penis. It's I feel once we get to that place of making that space, I think a lot of people will flourish a lot more, because I think it stops a lot of people from doing what they need to do in this world where it's we're thriving off of connection. If we can show up as we are, my gosh.
Yes. That's the biggest thing. We should just be able to show up as we are. We shouldn't have any labels or any boxes. Let us just be. Let us be free.
Let us be easy and free. But I guess that's what I feel that's what love does. And I guess that's why they say it's the strongest and the greatest force, because a lot of people, or I shouldn't say a lot, I feel, let me work on my language, my usage. I feel for so long, my perception or how I felt that other people viewed love as what you can hold on to, what you have acquired. But what I realized is that what love allows, especially when my mom transitioned, I realized sometimes the greatest form of love is letting go.
Wow.
And love is going to allow it to be free because it exists.
Transition
love,
meaning
my mom died when I was 25.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. So, and it was just at that moment that I realized that, you know, you can be selfish in trying to keep somebody in pain, selfish in trying to keep situations that don't work out, selfish in battling yourself and not aiding yourself to the betterment of yourself. But where is the love of that? There's no love in that.
None.
So, I
Thank
think
you for sharing that. That's very vulnerable. Vulnerable moment.
Well, I'm about to get even real vulnerable right now because you popped the hell out of me. So we've been teetering here. I was really popped. We've been teetering here. You have a line that you just established. P44 by Anton Peeples.
Yes.
P44. My observation, you got the 44 because you were born on April 4th.
That's right. Well, so P stands for peoples. And I'm all about the angels. All about angel work and angel numbers. And
you know, I see them all the time.
44, just angels in general.
I see all of them. 1s, the 2s, the 3s, the 4s.
The numbers.
11, 22.
Do you look up what the meanings of them are?
And making sure that I'm cognizant of what my thought process because whatever's happening then.
You got to manifest.
Yeah.
But 4 is one of the most powerful numbers in all of numerology. Like, person that told me that is Beyonce's choreographer, Frank Gatson. He told me, he was like, what's your birthday? And I said, it's April 4th. He said, do you know how powerful the number 4 is? He said, Beyonce is number 4. He said, Jay-Z is 4. He said, 4 is one of the most powerful numbers that you can ever have or make or be. I said, what? So when he told me that, that's when I started to do the research and figure out like why it was so powerful. And the angel number 44 means that like blessings are coming to you. Stay true in your journey. Everything is going to work out and it's going to be okay. So I had to include 4 in the name of my company. And I was born on the 4th day of the 4th month.
Hey.
So, you know, there we go. It's a P44.
I love how you lifted your face up.
Yeah, it's the P44. You know, I'm gonna put some on right now, just so you know, just put a little extra. Why not? Would you like some?
I would love some. Give me a little dribble.
Absolutely. Yes. And when I tell you this smells,
oh my God, you can put it everywhere, right?
You put it on your body. You can put it in your beard. You can put it in your locks. You can put it in your hair. I put it everywhere.
So what is this?
So it's an essential oil. And originally, I wanted
delicious.
It smells so good, right? I wanted to create something that was good for my beard, because I was
fine ass beard.
Oh, thank you. I was finding like all these products were like they smelled really bad or they weren't good for you, and they had a bunch of stuff in it that I couldn't pronounce. So I said, you know, I'm gonna make it myself. So on the journey of making it, I just started researching what is good for the body, for the hair, and I put jojoba, argan oil, almond oil, coconut oil, all these beautiful enriched oils that are so great for everything. And so I was testing it on some friends and they were like, oh my God, this is amazing. And a lot of my homegirls was like, I need some of this. So what I thought was just a beard oil was so much bigger than that. It's for the body. You can put it in your diffuser. And it helps the libido. It promotes hair growth. It nourishes your skin.
What?
Yes, I put it on my feet. It helps with your cuticles. Like, there's so many beautiful benefits for it. And it just smells so good. So good. So this is my second venture. I'm a business owner now, which is incredible. I've always wanted to be a business owner because I believe in generational wealth.
Hey,
so I'm trying to create something that I can like pass down to my family and my kids. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, and this is just the first product from P44 by Peeples. I'm also going to make a body butter, which I'm going to launch this summer with the same scent.
Oh.
Yeah, body butter. Because I love body butters. And it's all things that I really use. Like, this is real stuff. I ain't no, BSing. This is true authenticity for me. And it's fun. Like, I love... Like when I see somebody who buys my product or who I give it to and they're like, oh my God, like this smells good or it makes me feel good. Like that ability to do that is just, it tops off for me. So I'm truly excited that my baby, my P44 baby is out for the world to like, to see. And you can buy it on the website, 𝘲𝑪44bypeoples.com. Or you can go to my Instagram. I got the link at Anton Peeples, and you can, check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out.
I remember you asked me, you said, hey, Dawn, could you come in to shoot some stuff for your project? And I'm like, yeah.
That's right.
And you were talking about, you said the project had a lot to do with love. You saying love, love, love. I mean, even anybody that knows you, within the first minute and a half, this brother gonna say something about love. It's gonna be your energy and love. I just love you. It's just a love, but it's real. He's not the first person I met like this. Shout out to Darrell. I wish you met Darrell. Darrell used to live in LA. I don't know if he's in North Carolina, Tennessee, or something like that, but he was all about love in the heart. It's like, oh man, so same line.
I'm all about it.
Yeah,
I live. Love for me is like the one constant thing.
Yeah.
I love. I am a lover at heart. I was raised with love.
Are you in love?
Yes.
What does it mean to be in love?
Ooh, no, it ain't an easy love. I'm not gonna say it is easy. But I think being in love is being selfless and giving to someone and being there for that person. When times are rough, times are great. Being a constant person in their life that they can depend on. I think that is love. That's what it looks like for me.
But what does it mean to be in love? See, I guess I got caught up. I felt so naked. I felt so vulnerable. We had our moment. We had an interview question. You said, have you ever been in love? And I think a part of me, I was so embarrassed. I was so shocked. I don't know. I was feeling all these moments of being naked because I don't think I could ever say that I was in love.
Yeah, you said no.
If I was in a situation with dealing with somebody else that I was in like with them or felt like I loved them, but whether or not that was that mutual feeling like we're in it together, I can't say that I have. And it was so jarring for me. I don't know if I want to feel bad. I think part of me, I probably do want to feel bad, but if that's my truth, that's my truth.
That's your truth. I mean, don't feel bad.
Is it kind of suck? Like, yeah.
No, I mean,
Look, wait. When I start getting comfortable, stuff just start itching.
I'm
itching and stuff. As you learn more about Dawn.
No, but it's definitely a feeling. When you're in love. I've been in relationships where they were in love with me and I was not in love, and I loved them, but I wasn't in love. That's definitely a feeling that you have.
So you can't be in love with somebody and they not be in love with you. See, I wouldn't consider that real love.
That's not true love. And that is not real love. But that is love. It happens all the time. And people fall out of love too. People fall out of love all the time.
I will say that I feel like I'll know when I recognize it, like when it gravitates mutually, because I think it's like comfort. And it's that one thing that I'd say that, now whether it was a romantic in love, I guess that can be levels to that shit. We ain't about to go there. But what permeates to me and what you said is that it is a constant. Like it doesn't stop. Like you're always kind of there because love is not going to give up.
No.
I guess, and I was just telling to somebody, like the whole situation that happened with Kirk Franklin and his son. Like despite this whole debacle about him cursing and going out, when his son had to be bailed out of jail, his daddy was there because love, they going to show up.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he in jail recently?
Yeah, recently. I forget what the stint was. Okay. You didn't hear about what happened?
My friend just told me a couple of days ago, like something with a girl ended up deceased, and
I don't know about
maybe I don't know the whole story. Maybe I don't know.
Look, all I know is there was a phone call leak. Kirk was cussing him out.
Oh yeah, that happened months ago. Yes,
right, yes. That his son got locked up, but Kirk was like, "Let me bring you out." Now I don't know why he got locked up.
That's love. A love of your son, your offspring. That's real love.
But some people don't even feel that love from their parents.
That's crazy.
Hey. Oh, I'm judging you because you judging. So we both judging.
We both judging, ain't that?
What made you? What was that reaction about?
Because for me, I could never imagine my parents not loving me and not showing me that love. So when you said that, I'm like, that's crazy. A parent not loving their child,
and not even feeling it, right?
Not even caring.
Or if your child doesn't feel it, because that's a whole nother moment.
It's a whole different situation, dynamic.
Yeah, like both of my parents are deceased.
Wow.
But I definitely, my dad died when I was 3 months, so I never knew my dad.
Wow.
And it's interesting to be told how much you're like somebody that you've never met. You look like them, the mannerism. Entire life, his name is Dawn, D-O-N. I'm Dawn, D-A-W-N.
Wow.
Like, he proclaimed, like, Dawn, you're going to be the star and all this kind of, like, a lot of things. My daddy was that guy. He had his own record label. He was a police officer, real estate, like, all that.
Wow.
Yeah, he was.
How did he pass?
He had a blood clot that traveled to his heart.
Man.
Was it his heart or his lungs? I got to find out. But, yeah, before they were able to detect it. So, he went in, and it didn't expect it. My mom had just had me. She go up to the doctor. She go to the hospital. He tell her, Janice, go back to the baby, me, and didn't make it out. Can you imagine? I was like, oh my gosh, mom was like, what, 35? Oh my gosh. She had a 3-year-old, a 3-month-old.
Oh my gosh.
And this is the love of her life. Just
what a
gone.
powerful woman your mom was.
Oh yes, battled cancer 3 times. Everything I am is because of my mom.
Yeah, that's a strength.
Yeah.
That's a strength.
But you're right. To not know what that love looks like or feels like. That's, I want to say crazy. Right. But to think that that's some people's reality.
Yeah. Legit. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that I've had the love shared from both my mother and my father. That's nothing short of a blessing.
And this love that you and Erica have, you guys have been gearing up that you guys have been creating things together with that kind of love, right?
Yeah, man.
Wait, pause. Before we transfer that, tell people how they can get P44.
Yeah, so you can purchase P44 on the website. It's P44by Peoples.com, or you can go to the Instagram, P44 by Peoples on Instagram, or you can go to my Instagram, which is @Anton Peeples.
Okay, we're going to give back. He said, let me give you all of it.
Give you all of it. Why not? Why not?
But you and Erica, y'all creating something, no?
Yeah, we're creating a few things. We always have been creative together. Like, we used to put on plays when we were kids.
Put on spoken word nights and stuff. I was out there.
You came and you spit a little spoken word. We did an event at Soho House called Love Jones at Soho.
Yeah.
You came and graced us. So first of all, I kept saying to her, I was like, you are a poet. She's like, no, I'm not a poet. I said, you are a poet. I hear it in your voice. Please spit some. And she was one of the best poets that came that night and ended up doing 2 poems. One that she had and then one that someone else wanted to read for them. And you killed it.
Thank you.
Please do more of that.
Are y'all doing another event, right?
Yeah. We're going to try to do it like once a month.
All right.
Yeah, once a month. But right now we are creating a show that's loosely based about our life. So a little bit what I was talking about today when I moved in with her at Juilliard in New York, and how, love was the constant thing and family was very strong. How we just managed to, live and thrive in a crazy city. When I was 16 and, she was 22?
Gangsta.
So we're creating that right now. We're almost finished writing, and then we're going to be shopping it, and, you will see it on your TVs.
It's coming to a TV soon.
That's right.
Now, Anton, I gotta transfer this over a bit. Now, this segment was supposed to be done earlier, but we're gonna do it right now.
Okay,
it's called Shed Light on This.
Yes.
I haven't recorded the intro, but I need to get a jingle like that. Like, it's gonna be like dun dun dun.
I like
dun,
that.
Dun, dun. Cause this we're gonna do this in front of a live audience, so it's gonna be like
that's gonna be the vibe.
Oh yeah,
that's gonna be the vibe.
Oh, we're gonna be sitting on the stage, and I'm having people there. It's gonna be
I can see it.
Then we're gonna be at people's homes and cooking and things, like on the spot, traveling,
Yeah.
So this is
I do cook too. So
listen, I already saw your IG. I didn't have to come over, so I got Aaron Jones. I'm coming over here, lover of all things good, and so I would love to come food by Peoples. Just let me know.
Ooh, food by Peoples. I like that. Food by Peoples. Okay.
Catch it. But this is Shed Light on This. This segment is called Shed Light on This. Okay. It's a segment where you are given a scenario with a character who is dealing with a situation they don't know how to handle. Your task is to come up with a solution that you believe would work best for the situation. Now, there is no right or wrong answer. Just give your advice from your knowledge and life experience.
Oh, I love it.
Anton Peeples.
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Andrew is an ambitious young man who wants to start a talk show series on YouTube. He wants to host it with people from different backgrounds, beliefs, and identities to make it as diverse and inclusive as possible. He has everything figured out for the structure of the show, but there is one big issue that he does not know how to handle. Andrew's best friend, Michael, wants to join as a host for this YouTube series, and Andrew doesn't want him on. Why? Well, because Michael has a tendency to communicate in a way that pushes people's buttons and instigates tension in almost every conversation he is a part of. Andrew does not want his talk show to be known for emotional arguments, but he fears what rejecting Michael will do to their 10-year friendship.
Got it.
Anton, can you help?
Absolutely.
Shed light on this.
I will shed light on this. I think that Andrew needs to think a little bit more before he just cancels and closes the door on Michael becoming one of the hosts on his show. 2 reasons. First being, Michael seems like he's interesting to watch. And Michael seems like he's going to draw some members of the audience to view this show. And I think Michael is going to make this show a hit because people like a little confrontation. People like drama. So that may be something for him to consider. And second, I think that Andrew also needs to know that's a 10-year friendship. And friendships of 10 years don't come often. And so maybe you need to play with the idea of testing it out. Or say, hey, listen, maybe I can give you 2 shows. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if the flow works. And if not, we still friends and we move on. If it works, then hey, we got a hit show and we're going to work together. But I think that he definitely should think about that before just saying no. For sure.
There you have it.
Hey.
Because it's a team that you got to figure out. It's a formula, right?
It's a formula. But I thought at the same, play devil's advocate. You can't do business with everybody. You cannot go in business with every friend of yours. So you do need to tread lightly on that. But give it a try. You never know until you try.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we shed some light on that.
Shed light on this.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I got your energy up because we got another little thing.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay.
Uh-oh, you got a box?
This is a Vita chest, honey.
Okay.
Now, this Vita chest, it has some terms in here. Terms that are based on your life, things you've done, things that are part of the Anton Peeples world. Now, the reason why this chest is so important, this chest is important because with these terms, we have the out front or the blanketed definition.
Okay.
But I'd like for you to get inspirational on me, metaphysical. Tell me a different way I can receive this. What do I mean by that? Okay. Just say if you were playing basketball or you're a referee, a basketball player, and the term that you pulled out was pivot. Well, we know about playing basketball, a pivot is just to do adjustment. Maybe a turn. Well, sometimes you have to pivot in life. Maybe pivot in the right direction. Pivot to a new choice. Or pivot onto something new. So, Anton Peeples, are you understanding what the terms mean for the Vita chest?
Absolutely, and I'm ready for this Vita chest.
Yeah.
I am ready.
Talk your shit.
I'm ready.
All right, let me shake.
Hey.
Shake.
Hey.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
So the word I have is pre-production. So when I think of pre-production, I think that you had to be prepared in order to produce, in order to go to that next step in your life, in order to move, in order to manifest, you have to prepare. Preparation meets opportunity is everything. But the opportunity you get is not going to work out unless you are prepared. So you have to produce before you can get into the actual production of whatever you're doing in your life.
Come on.
You have to have it done. You have to prepare. You have to do the work. You have to be ready. So that's my pre-production. That's the meta for my pre-production. Did I do the game right?
Yeah. Well, the only thing you could have just said was pre-production, but I mean, they got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. I guess I was thinking to myself and I was like, oh, I'm about to mess up the quote. What is it like? You plan to fail, or you can fail? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Absolutely. I've never heard that, but I like that. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm learning that right now because as I'm taking it to the next level and get my macronutrients and put in my meals and stuff, and I'm like, I gotta make sure I know what it is that I'm gonna eat so I know where I'm going.
Yep. That's that fog thing. If you have no direction, you don't know where you're going.
Right?
You have no destination. You're just going aimlessly.
That's no fun.
That's depression.
You want to do another one?
Yeah.
All right, one more.
Yeah.
Shake, shake, shake.
Hey. Shake, shake, shake. Shake that box, baby.
Hey.
Shake that box, baby. Let's do it.
So first, what's the word and what does it mean? And then how can you apply it to your life?
Okay. So, remaster. I've actually never used this word, remaster, but I would imagine what the real definition, first say what that is. So remaster, I would imagine to...
It's a DJ term. You know how they're remixing the... Let me give you another one.
Yeah, I never heard that phrase. Yeah, give me another one. That was about the bullshit. A sequel? Like a sequel to a movie or a sequel to something?
A show or something like that?
Okay, so a sequel. So it'd be like a part 2 of a film or a show is the next going forward. How I think you can apply this to your life would be even when you get down, even when you fail, you can have a part 2. A part 2 is more important and many times than the part 1. Because in part 2, you can redeem yourself. You can come back stronger. You can come back better. You can come back greater. So that's how I think you can apply sequel to your life. You never count it out. You will never be done. You always got that part 2, that sequel.
It's the part 2. I love that. And I guess it's also when I think of sequel, it's like there's more to come. Like it isn't over.
Yes.
There's a process of reinventing. You know, it'd be unfortunate if the caterpillar thought it was over.
Come on.
The sequel was to turn into a butterfly. And guess what? Because you were relying on that sequel, now we can take it to new heights. Hey. Let's take it to the next level. This
was my favorite one. Yeah. Sequel was that one.
Makes you think like, what's the sequel?
It's the sequel.
Or what's
gonna happen next?
Well, I think that's right on target because that's what I was about to ask you, Anton.
Okay, what's happening next?
What's happening next? Let the people know.
Well, the next acting project I have...
You going to Brazil?
Belize.
Belize.
I'm going to Belize. I finally get to work with my sister. We finally get to act together, and it's a horror movie, which is interesting enough. It's a horror movie we get to shoot in Brazil.
Wow.
Yeah,
Belize or Brazil?
I'm sorry. You got me saying Brazil. Belize. It is Belize.
Like, where you going, brother?
Right. It's Belize. Belize. I'm going to Belize. I've never been there before.
What?
Yeah. So it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful time. This summer we're shooting. I can't give like too many details on it. But I'm so happy that I finally get to work with my sister. Like, and I've been saying this for the longest, like, when are we gonna work together? And I thought it would be when we created our show together. But this is even so much cooler, and I've always wanted to be like in a horror fic too. So
dang.
it's gonna be dope. I'm excited.
Congratulations, honey.
Thank you.
Shining now.
Yeah, I'm
shining. All this winning. Hey. My people. Hey. Okay. So I guess with that being said,
yes.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Is there anything else? Any ways how we can support you?
Yes. Well, I think the biggest is by buying some of my P44.
You better put that up when you
buying some of my P44. It's incredible. It smells great. So our slogan is you look good, you feel good, you smell good. I think that's important, especially walking into any room. Yes. So I love my P44. But also, too, just hit me up on the gram. Follow me on the gram. See what I'm doing day to day. You know, I think that what I want and what I aspire is to just be happy. Happiness.
Joy.
Happiness. Joy.
Well, you know, what? Oh. Wow. What happened? Are you wondering what just happened?
Yes, what happened?
I'm glad you have.
She had like, there were some moments that she just experienced.
Okay, because I'm learning to make room for myself, which is a result allowing me to see myself.
Absolutely.
So as you were expressing how you felt, the Dawn police is about to say, you can't say you want to experience happy. First off, let me make room for you to describe how you want to feel, okay? Before I come in with my thoughts on what I feel as though you were going to say.
I love that.
So you were going to say happy.
Yeah.
And what I've learned from improv, shout out to the groundlings, is that happy is it's fleeing. But more so joy is a state of being. So we reside in joy. You can only be happy for a moment, but what is it that you want to reside in?
You know, Kirk Franklin said the same thing in this song, Smile, I think. He said, I don't want you to be happy because to be happy, you have to feel something. But joy is just within you. Joy is there. So yes, I want to experience joy, more joy in my life. Yeah. The most amount of joy I've ever had. And just continue to just love what I do. And have more opportunities to do things like this.
Yes. Absolutely. Well, we know how powerful your tongue is. Hey. And you know they say life and death are in the power of the tongue. That's why I got life tatted in my mouth.
Come on.
That's how serious.
Let me see. Where's that?
You never seen that?
Nah. You ain't never shown me this. Wow.
First tattoo. Gangster.
What did that feel like on your lip?
Have you ever bit the inside of your lip?
Damn, that's what it feels like?
It's like an annoyance, a little bite. It's more like if...
Oh, it's like a little bite?
Somebody just digging it out.
Is that your only tattoo?
And I got these two.
Okay. Did it hurt like those?
These hurt worse. Oh
yeah,
my gosh, don't even be out here. I gotta hold up my gangster card.
Yeah, like, they hurt.
These joints was for real, but...
This bitch hurt.
What
This is a Chinese dragon.
Wow. Is this the same artist?
Same artist, yeah.
All
he
of
did
that.
The angel right here. Everything on my body is like very spiritual, very like, you know, beauty. Like it's about love, and like, I've got the Buddha here. Like nothing is negative. Nothing is just for the sake of having a tattoo.
I wanna right. This is a greater than equal to sign, and this is my mom's signature J. And it's like moments of despair. If I look down, you know, I think of my mom, and then I'm strong, and stronger if anything that comes my way, and strong if not stronger the day before yesterday. And it really works. So I'll be like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, ooh. And then I constantly speak live. So, and this was for me because I was like, see, making room for no caring about what other people think. I'm like, oh, I can't get out tattoos on my body. Dawn, get whatever you want to get.
Get whatever you want to get.
Right.
Live life. Be free.
I'm working. Listen.
Be free. Freedom is everything.
So that was this. But I'm about to.
That's dope. That's dope.
I'm about to get some sleeves. I think I'm gonna get a sleeve. Yeah. Especially because now that I'm releasing, you know, I say I'm releasing weight because I'm not losing because I'm not trying to find it. I'm not trying to find that self.
Wait a minute.
You lose things to find them.
Yo, that's actually real.
I'm not losing weight. I'm releasing it. Get thee away from me.
Come on, get thee away from me.
But yeah, I'm gonna do some sleeve joint. It's gonna be nice.
I think you would look really dope with a sleeve too.
Something, but I just sometimes I'm like but I'm like, it's gonna lock me in. Is it gonna stop? I don't know.
It will stop anything. I mean, look at Angelina Jolie. She's tatted up. Right. Ruby Rose tatted up.
She is so beautiful. She's everything.
Gorgeous.
Like her. Wait, which Ruby Rose you talking about?
The actress, the white girl.
Okay, yeah. I found out it was another Ruby Rose, and I was like,
oh no.
Yeah.
She's
the one who played
fly. Batgirl or something. Yeah.
I don't know.
She's super fly. Australian chick.
Yeah.
Bad.
Ruby Rose, you trying to be on vitamin D with Dawn Dai?
Bad.
Vitamin D at DawnDaiSpeaks.com. All right, let's.
You better manifest.
We still got Anton Peeples on the show though. Right. You said making sure you reside in joy, and that people follow you on social media, which is at Anton Peeples. And then we also have P44 by Peeples.
That's right.
Guys, make sure you follow on social media.
Yeah, show me some love.
Thank you for showing me some love by showing up today.
Thank you for having me on the show and being so gracious, and like, you are really good at what you do. Like, I've been sitting here and like taking notes and like learning. It's like a masterclass for me.
I've received that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And I want to say thank you as well. You know, shout out to Lay. Well, he didn't even know. He was just being an instrument, a conduit of connecting us. But, you know, these past couple of months have really been transformational in my life. And it started with you, with meeting you, and then seeing how it was aligned up that we met at the gym, and being able to be introduced to a whole other realm of people and experience. I think like the most social, I tell this story often. Remember when we went out to, what was it called? Something by the sea. God dog it. The place off of Fairfax We went to go get something to eat. That's all you got to say when we all went out to dinner.
Y'all, this is such a joke. Oh my God. Yes. And that's all I'm going to say. This is Little Ethiopia.
We didn't leave Ethiopia, but we didn't go to an Ethiopian restaurant.
We went to a Ghana. It was Ghana food.
No, that night it was Ghana food, but it's different foods every month. But anyway,
what are you talking about?
It don't matter. When we went out to eat on Fairfax, I just want to say this one part. God dog it, get distracted.
What happened when we went out to eat?
I was just trying to say, I'm being grateful hanging out. You said something that I was sharing with a friend recently, and I said how in life is just so important to have experience. Mm-hmm. And the conversation even spewed, just starting even with sex and having sex. And I'm saying, I know, I'm going left to go right. Just check with me.
I'm following.
And I said, because I think even as myself, I was restrained from having sex because my best friend was a guy and he would always be like, how he pimping on girls and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, I never wanted to be that girl. Mm-hmm. And I felt like for so long, I missed out on the experience of just experiencing sex and life and seeing what I like and what I don't like. And I think oftentimes for so many women, we don't want to see it's too promiscuous. And it's like, you need to be out there to know what you like, to know that you have something to talk about.
Absolutely.
And I thought of you came in the conversation because I went left to go right. And I said, I was thinking about the time out to dinner and I remember the gentleman that sat down at the table. Mm-hmm. And I think we were asking like, oh, what do you do? He's like, oh, I don't get out much. Or he said, I don't get out much. I don't socialize much. Yeah. And you must have asked like, where does he go? And he couldn't name a spot or a restaurant. Yeah. And you were like, wow, kind of like being, I don't want to use the term socially disabled, socially handicapped, socially behind.
Well, socially awkward.
Socially awkward, thank you. And I think for so long, like that easily could have been me socially because all I did was work. That's all the thing was, the grind.
So you need a balance.
And finding a balance. So, within the past couple of months of like just getting out and balancing is the most I've, done. So I said all that to say.
I'm grateful that I was helpful.
Oh my gosh, you just opening up the opportunity to be like, hey, Dawn, let's go to the parlor. And it was like, okay.
I did that night. I was like, do you want to just come with me?
You say, I'm DJing here. Then it was at the next spot. And so.
And you come and you support. That's what I love too. You support.
I'm going to be, we out here. No, but I just want to say, and I don't know if I said it enough. And it's so interesting how you were the link that connected us. But oftentimes we don't always talk on the phone all the time. Mm-mm. So this is my moment to say that because I realize like how important it is to stay connected, just to say something to check in. So this is me verbally saying thank you, me letting you know that you made an impact on my life of when you came in, so far as just me hanging out, meeting a new group of people, embracing my sexuality and how I show up, creating a safe space with a lot of like-minded people who are like me and who are open to share. I never had any community or anything like that.
Wow.
So,
and I would have never known that. Would have never have known that.
I'm learning to share and be vulnerable and shit. I'm being vulnerable and shit. So.
Thank you for telling me that, and thank you for being free enough to experience the experiences that you've had through me. And I'm glad that I was able to just like bring you in and say, all right, play. Hey, play. Just be free and be you. Because that's beautiful. Anytime that I can, I feel like that's what we're here on earth to do, is to connect people so we can have beautiful experiences and have more joy in life, and it blows my spirit up in a beautiful way that I was able to help anything in your spirit, and allow you to be free.
So you matter.
That's love. You matter. Thank you. That's what's up. I love you.
Oh man. So I hope you're feeling inspired. I hope you're feeling loved. I hope you understand how important it is to live life on purpose and for a purpose. And that you open yourself up to meet people like Anton. People out there that may not have it all figured out right then and there, but they have themselves figured out. Mm-hmm. And when you decide in yourself that you're going to show up, that's when you give yourself the ability to show out. Mm-hmm. And in your ability to show out, now you give other people the permission to shine. So let's shine together. And if you're trying to shine with me, because you might want to be on a podcast, or perhaps you got an idea for the podcast, I want to encourage you to send us an email, vitamin D@DawnDaiSpeaks.com, okay? And then, also, I have my vitamin D advice letters. So if you need some advice on a relationship, a career, or just about anything, shoot me an email. Now, look, I say this all the time. When you shoot me an email, know that I'm going to keep it real with you. Because if you want to be better and you want to do better, what do I say? You got to be able to see better. Okay? I love you. And I want that for you. So we're not holding anything back. It's just me loving on you. So shoot me the email, vitamin_d@dawndaispeaks.com. Either Jeremiah will see it or myself. And then perhaps I'll read your letter on the air and give you some of my advice, okay? Also, I want to encourage you to go ahead and make sure that you please rate the podcast. Yeah, let folks know what we're doing over here. We are shedding light. We are shedding love. We are spreading joy, okay? Okay? All right. And make sure you tell people to subscribe. Tell somebody to tell somebody else that Dawn Dai got a podcast, and it's available wherever you get your favorite podcast. And if that ain't enough, I got one more thing to say. If you want to see what we doing in this studio, if you want to see old fine ass Anton Peeples, okay? If you want to get some inspiration, if you just want to know all things vitamin D with Dawn Dai, follow us on social media. Vitamin D, Dawn Dai, everywhere, okay? And in case you want to get a little bit of the source of vitamin D, a little bit of me, hit me up at Dawn Dai Speaks, okay? Thank you for supporting my dream. Thank you for thinking that I'm possible and knowing that I'm possible and deciding to do this journey with me so that it can become possible. I see you and I appreciate you. Well, I'm about to get out of here. I always say, I'm in the business of making dreams come true. And I damn sure ain't gonna forget about mine. So until next time, always remember, you are your greatest asset.
Get your vitamin.